What's up, YouTube? Scalar Revolution here, back at it again with another video. Today we will be talking about these alchemical oils I have here. As you can see, I'll showcase some of the oils I have in my collection, and we'll also touch on these Palo Santo sticks here too. So these are good to have, just like these are actually just alternate versions of the disc you can get. I would highly recommend getting the discs in general because they last a lifetime. I mean, the oils last a pretty long time too, even with daily use, whether using them for candles or these sticks I have, or maybe burning some incense. But these will last you a lifetime. These are one of the older discs. They only have the 1 9 rates, but some of the older ones I have, I like to stack, and that's something I'll get into with these oils. Give you guys a little tip here for high level manifesting. But just to give you guys a just a few examples. Let me get this to focus here. King of the Woods, powerful, controlled, and commanding formula. Powerful for, well, very potent formula to attract these Egyptian energies. Easy times, a very great financial, big money drawing energy I like to use. Three Kings, very potent luck. But yeah, guys, what I wanted to discuss here is with these oils is one tip I like to use when using these, especially with these Palo Santo sticks, and this can apply to any type of candle manifestations as well, is you want to cover a few aspects. So use this example here. So I like to use an uncrossing. You'd want to, if you're putting that on a candle or rubbing it on the Palo Santo stick, you'd want to use this in a counterclockwise fashion since you're removing energy. But anything else, you want to use it a clockwise fashion since you're drawing that in. Here's a luck energy. I like to use any sort of luck with anything I do. Bring this as any sort of commanding or power formula I use here as example. And use this easy time since we brought this up. And I also like to use a sort of any sort of spirit formula. See if I got a lot of these, so I want to give you guys a little bit of a show what I have. This is Greek god and goddesses. I love this one as well. So you have your luck, very powerful breakthrough energy, as well as the power commanding formula. Let's say you're trying to attract money into your life. Here's easy times for big money drawing. Maybe you're negotiating a business deal or a salary, and you want to do these types of projections, and using these oils will definitely help shift things in your favor. Here's the uncrossing to remove any blockages in your path. And then this spirit oil, which is also good to have to bring that powerful spiritual energy into your manifestation. But using these in synergy really gives you high level results. It gives you using these together really eliminates a lot of typical failures you might have if you just use them just one by themselves. Which you can still get some results, but I like to use a mixture to really give I call it an energetic soup. You don't want to use too many at once, but 4 to 5 max, I like to say. Yeah, it's sort of like an energetic soup. So with any type of good soup, it's a combination of ingredients that really makes the soup really stand out and give it that potent, flavorful punch. Same with these energies. It's not just one ingredient, it's the multitude, the multi aspects you cover. And these are all potent aspects of manifesting. You got your power, like I said, whatever you're trying to manifest. It doesn't have to be money. This could be, let's say you're using it for love, which I'll show you one of those formulas as well. Here's a more powerful love formula for drawing a quality relationship. And pretty much anything you want to manifest, you want to have these various energies working for you. And for the Palo Santo stick usage, what I like to do is I like to start at the at my door and use these, like if I'm doing just a simple uncrossing or banishing, I like to rub these on, light them. If I'm doing uncrossing, I start from the go to the left and move around my apartment in a counterclockwise fashion to remove the energies. And this is good to do like any precursor to if you're doing any main manifestation practices. Let's say you're about to do a love drawing. This is good to do right before to really cleanse those energies and get even better results. And usually if you do that, you don't necessarily have to use it again when you're using your little combination, so to speak, for your main manifestations. But definitely something I like this good to do beforehand. I'll show you the another good cleansing banishing oil right here. Can't go wrong with these. And then I have a let me show you. I have a lot of these. Sorry for going a little off track, but I want to show you guys a few of the ones I have. Dragon's blood, not actual blood, of course, but great for protection and uncrossing. 2-in-1 formula, I like to call it. But let's say aside from the cleansing, let's say I'm doing a love drawing manifestation. I would rub these on to the Palo Santo stick, light it, and go across my entire apartment in a clockwise fashion to really draw that energy in. And I like to do this, and at least 3 or 4 times to really seal that energy in. And I like to use. It's best to use something like this too, so something that you can hold the sticks within. Because I've done it before without these, just holding it in my hand, and then there's times where sometimes they'll break off, and then you got a mess made, and you definitely don't want to get that on your carpet. You don't want to burn anything, and just be careful. I like some of the longer ones. When you first start off with them, when they're fresh like this. Sometimes I have them hanging off, so you want to be mindful of that too, because I've had those fall off too, just for having them kind of hanging kind of funny. But just be safe, guys. These are generally pretty safe to use as long as you're being mindful. And something I like to do along with all my other practices. It really energizes my environment. So this is definitely something I like to use on a daily basis. You can find these for the Palo Santo sticks, you can find these easily on Amazon. I usually get the 24-pack. Some are better quality than others. You can kind of play around with the different distributors of them. Even with these, some they don't all look the same. So usually these are kind of hard to burn. That's why I kind of leave these out as like a last, like a emergency stick if I run out, because those typically kind of don't burn as easy. But I also like to use. Want to get one of these clearing discs. This is what I usually set these on when not in use, to keep these energies neutral and clear. Definitely a must-have. But I'll link these the link to these oils. That's one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start linking to where you can actually get these amazing products, and you can get the discs on the same page. One thing I will say is that all of these oils have a corresponding disc that can be made for them. I definitely recommend getting the discs, like I said, but you can get the oils as well if you want to do any type of candle or Palo Santo work. Definitely something great to add. But you'll find the discs and these oils on the same page, and I'll do more videos about the discs as well. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Scalar Revolution out.